Do you have a shoe or shoes in your closet that you haven't worn for a while because they're all scuffed up and you don't know how to get rid of them? Hi, I'm Jason, and I'd like to inform and demonstrate to you today on how to get rid of those scuff marks and then allow you to be able to wear those shoes tonight that you haven't been able to wear in quite some time. First off, you need your shoe. Second, you need a rag and it needs to be damp. Doesn't need to be soaking wet, but damp. You get your shoe and then you want to start cleaning your shoe, making sure all the dirt and dust is off your shoe. Makes sense, right? Now then, setting that to a side, you want to allow that shoe to dry because you don't want to put wax on a wet shoe. No problem, we have another shoe. So you get your other shoe, same concept. You want to clean, make sure all the dust and dirt is off the shoe. Now, the second step, applying the wax or the polish on your shoe. Today I'm going to be using Kiwi Parade Gloss. You can go on the website www.kiwi.com and you're going to find all sorts of different colors of wax and polishes, and then items such as rags or other materials to apply on your shoe, or things to help apply on your shoes. But I find using, an old sock or old shirt, what have you, when applying, but the main thing to be concerned of is making sure that the material is clean. So when getting the wax and applying onto your rag, you want to use small circular motions, okay? Now, it doesn't take a whole bunch to get it, okay? Just circular motions, okay? Then you get your shoe, and it's the same concept. Small circular motions, okay? Now your toe and your heel are going to be basically the roughest parts. That's where they're going to get scuffed up and roughened up the most. So you may have to apply a little more wax in these areas. Now, the thing to remember is you need to reapply onto your rag every so often, probably more often than not. Pick up where you left, where you stopped, okay? Main thing is overlap, okay? You want to overlap. It's like painting. You want to overlap because you don't want to leave any bare marks, or when you go and buff the shoe, you're going to see some dull spots if you don't get the entire shoe covered, okay? Now your shoe is completely covered in wax or polish. Kiwi.com, they suggest that allowing the shoe to dry 1 to 2 minutes. That's fine, no problem. Why? That's right, we have another shoe. So you get your other shoe and it's the same process. Getting the polish, applying it to your rag in small circular motions, getting the shoe again, small circular motions, working on the shoe, working the wax in. Now when you're applying the wax or the polish, a little pressure because you want to ensure the wax is getting into the leather. Now then, you've gotten that shoe, the second shoe, covered in wax and all polished up. Now it's time to buff the first shoe. Now that we have the shoe and it's all ready to be buffed, when you start buffing, you want to gently, almost as if you're dusting, but a little bit more pressure than that. And then when you start this, you're going to feel some resistance. Well, that's the wax that has dried. But as the more you buff, the easier it will become, and then ultimately you should then start seeing a gloss or a shine. Now if you want a higher shine, you just reapply. You reapply on your shoe, okay? Now once you've done that, you want to allow the wax to dry 1 to 2 more minutes, buff it. Now here's the cool thing is you get your rag and damp with water, okay? The rag is damp, and then start hitting the areas where you want it to shine a little bit more, make it pop, or maybe the whole shoe. It's up to you. So now that you know, now that you have the tools and the knowledge on how to get rid of those scuff marks on your shoes, The thing to remember is when you start, you'll want to clean the shoe. Ensure all the dust and dirt is off the shoe. Okay? When applying the wax, circular motions and then overlapping. Now when you go and buff, you start rubbing it, and then again you're going to start, you'll begin to feel some restriction, but that will go away, and then once that starts going away, you're going to see a shine, okay, or a nice shine off your shoes. Okay, I hope I've been able to inform you and given you the tools for getting rid of those scuff marks and then allowing you to be able to wear those shoes tonight. Thank you for watching.